Hey everyone, Maji here. In this video I'm going to discuss the Fish Flingers update released this week. For those of you who don't know, Fish Flingers is a distraction and diversion. It's kind of sort of like a fishing competition. There are 6 different types of fish and multiple forms of bait, different hooks and weights for you to choose from. Each of the 6 different types of fish respond differently to different baits and hooks and weights, and it's pretty much up to you to find the best combination to get a 100% rating on each of the 6 fish, as well as catching as many as possible as you can of the heaviest fish. For a complete list of the updates, you can check the news post down in the description below. But first I want to start covering all the stuff before a game begins that's different. First of all, the fishermen that teleport you to the competition are now permanently present. Before, they used to kind of teleport in 5 minutes before the competition, and instead the fisherman's wife was around before that to be able to claim rewards or whatever. These fishermen are also now marked with a distraction and diversion icon, and they've also been graphically reworked to be a little bit easier to spot. And not only that, but they're also found in multiple locations. Previously, they were just outside the fishing guild and around the Catherby Beach, but they've now been added to 8 other locations. For a list of those locations, check down in the description below. Competitions now occur every 20 minutes. Before the update, they only took place every 90 minutes, so they weren't as readily available. Also, between games, you can choose to wait in the Fish Flinger starting area to take part in the next competition if you have the entry tickets remaining to take part. When there's 5 minutes left before the start of the next competition, a countdown timer will appear on the screen to let you know, so you're able to go grab your hints and claim any rewards you want before the competition begins. Before the update, you could only receive 10 entry tickets per week, and you could only gain extras by actually taking part in the competitions. But now you can speak to the fishermen each day to receive 2 entry tickets for free. Of course, you can still gain tickets by taking part in the Fish Flingers competition, as well as a few other methods I'll mention later. The reward shop is now accessible at any of the fishermen in all of their locations now. I'll speak more about the reward shops a little bit later on in this video. Once a competition begins, you'll notice it no longer takes place over 15 minutes like they used to. The competition length has been reduced down to 10 minutes instead, and there's also a countdown timer on the screen while the competition is going on to tell you exactly how much time you have left. If you get a 100% rating, you'll have a chance to hook a big fish. All the other nearby players will be notified to help with a message in their game tab and a weird trumpet noise if you have your sounds on, which is a little bit annoying, honestly. Pretty much you're not able to land big fish by yourself. You'll have to have the help of others, and everybody who takes part in assisting you will be given an experience boost and a point bonus for doing so. Each competition you can assist other players up to a maximum of 6 times. For those of you who's played Fish Flingers before, you'll notice that the interface has been a little bit redesigned, and it looks better in my opinion, honestly. It now displays the best tackle combinations you've discovered so far, as well as features a more simple, easier to understand weight system. You can also now obtain hints for what type of fish likes what baits and whatever, and where they're located, by right-clicking on the fisherman instead of having to talk to him and go through his chat options like you did before. The barrels in-game are now located a bit closer to shore, and the cast areas appear on the minimap now. You can also fish by right-clicking on these barrels at these cast areas. It's also worth noting too that after a while a habitat may become a little bit depleted, which will cause you to catch fish at a slightly slower rate than before. I'm not really sure if that's a good or bad thing, since that seems to most often happen when you're fishing the heaviest fish at the end. And now on to the rewards. The experience rates have been tweaked slightly to reward those who take the time to find the optimal combination of tackle to use for each of the 6 different types of fish. There is now a 4-piece fisherman's outfit you can buy, which gives a bonus to experience gain up to a maximum of 2.5% when the full set is worn. Each piece in this outfit costs 140 tokens, so you'll need 560 total to gain the whole set for yourself. The tackle box still functions as it did before, but it's had its functionality upgraded slightly. You can now store a stack of raw fish inside of it, which grows in size as it's upgraded up to a maximum of 30 raw fish, I believe. It allows you to also store bait and other tools related to fishing, as well as the fisherman's outfit itself. You can also find your current number of entry tickets and when you'll be able to claim more through clicking the competition history button, as well as you'll be able to see your competition history, your personal best, all like you used to do before. For those of you going for the trimmed completionist cape, it's also worth noting that you're now required to get the champion's tackle box, which is the highest one you can obtain. And that pretty much covers it for the fish flingers part of the update. And of course, what update wouldn't be complete without an update to the Squeal of Fortune as well? For this week only, the Squeal of Fortune has now been renamed to the Squeal of Neptune, which really sounds stupid in my opinion. And it also has a new underwater theme, so it looks a little... The look is actually pretty good in my opinion, but the name is totally horrible. Instead of the usual common items that you get, the Squeal for this week now features raw tuna, raw swordfish, seaweed, oyster pearls, and lots more, including entry tickets to the Fish Flingers Distraction and Diversion itself. And as if that wasn't enough, Jagex has to go and release a brand new fish mask to the Squeal of Fortune, which is available as an uncommon reward for just this week only. After this week is over and the Squeal of Neptune returns its name to the Squeal of Fortune, this item will become a rare prize and will only be available on the Squeal throughout the rest of the summer months, similar to the Dragon Ceremonial and the Queen's Guard outfits. After the summer months are over, this item will no longer be available on the Squeal of Fortune, and the only way then to get your hands on one of them is to buy it from another player or off the Grand Exchange. So pretty much we have another discontinued rare on our hands here. When you wear the mask, it has a blow bubbles emote by right-clicking on it, and you can see that on the screen here, as well as how ridiculous this thing really looks. So yeah, that pretty much covers all of this update. If you can overlook all the Squeal of Neptune / Fortune / fail crap that they keep trying to shove down our throats pretty much, this update isn't really all that bad. I like the improvements to Fish Flingers, although I didn't like the fact that when I first tried, I couldn't actually play it because I'd used up all my tickets before the update, and I wasn't going to be able to claim any more until 5 days from now. But with a hotfix released, Jagex decided to give everybody that talks to the fishermen this week a 10 entry ticket bonus so that you'd be able to play it. Also, with that hotfix, they fixed a few bugs where you weren't gaining experience or you were gaining negative experience, and your experience counters were rolling over to lots because I don't really understand what was going on with that bug, but let's just hope they have that fixed for now. So yeah, as usual, if you like the video, thumbs up. Let me know what you think about the update by posting a comment below, and don't forget to subscribe if you haven't. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next week for another update video.